So let's start the question number 27. This is the question number 27. In the circuit shown, the voltage Vt equal to 15 sine. This is 15 sine 100t. Okay, so omega is what? 100. This is your 0.1 volt maximum voltage. The PMOS transistor is biased such that it is in saturation. So PMOS transistor is biased such that it is on saturation. With gate to source for capacitance is 4 nanofarad. So gate to source capacitance is what? 4 nanofarad. But actually this is 2 nanofarad, not the 4 nanofarad. So this is 2 nanofarad. 2 nanofarad. And its transconductance at the operating is 1 milliampere per volt. So you have to given the value of GM. This is your transconductance. Other parasitic impedance of the MOSFET may be ignored. An external capacitor of capacitance 2 nanofarad is connected across PMOS transistor. It's an, sorry, internal you have to given 4 nanofarad. This is your internal capacitance actually, 4 nanofarad. 2 nanofarad is connected across the PMOS transistor is shown in the figure. The input impedance in mega ohm seen by the voltage source. So what is the input impedance? So you have to find just Zi. Okay. So how you can find the Zi? So first of all, draw its potentials and draw its equivalent. So this is your V of t. In this case, this is your DC potential and this is your AC potentials. So this is your AC source. Basically, this is your AC source. Got it? So this is your AC source. Now, in this case, V of t equal to 15 plus 0.1 sine 100t volt, and the gate to source capacitance is what? So you have to given CGS equal to 4 nanofarad gate to source capacitance. Okay, and the external source is what? CGD. This is your drain source. So CGD you have to given 2 nanofarad. Transconduction GM is 1 milliampere per volt. So you have to given GM equal to 1 milliampere per volt. And the load capacitance RD equal to what? Sorry, load resistance, this is 2 kilo ohm. This is 2 kilo ohm. Now find out this one. So this is your CGS capacitance, gate to source. Source terminal is ground. This is your gate terminals. This potential is VGS and this is your VT, ground. Now this is your CGD and this is GM into VGS. Now this is RD, 2 kilo ohm, and this is plus minus V naught. Plus minus V naught. Okay. Now this is the case of Miller capacitance. Now this CGD is reflect at the input as well as your output. So CMI Miller input capacitance is equal to CGD into 1 minus A. A is what? Open loop voltage gain. And what is the CM naught? CM naught output Miller capacitance. This is CGD 1 minus 1 upon A. Where is the voltage gain? Open loop voltage gain. So when you open loop voltage gain, then what is the A? So A is nothing but minus GM into RD. This is your A. So what's the CMI? So just replaced one CMI. So the input equivalent capacitance is what? C input equal to what? This is just replaced. This is your open circuited. Now your circuit becomes, this is CMI. And now this circuit becomes CM naught. So CMI CMI is equal to CGS, or you can say CGT 1 minus A. So this is 1 plus GM into RD. So 1 plus GM into RD. So what's the C input? Both are parallel. So you can write CGS plus CMI, and this is equal to, and 4 nanofarad plus 2 nanofarad 1 plus GM. GM is what? 10 is to power minus 3 into RD 2 into 10 is to power 3. So this is your 6 and this is 10 nanofarad. So total input capacitance is 10 nanofarad. So what's the input impedance? So input impedance is nothing but only capacitance. So this is 1 upon j omega into C input. And just put here 1 upon j omega. Omega is what? 100. Omega is 100. So mod value of Z input is equal to, after putting, you will get 1 upon j into 100 into 10 into 10 is to power minus 9, and this mod value, and you will get the answer is equal to what? And that is equal to 1 mega ohm. So answer is 1 mega ohm. So input impedance is what? This is 1 mega ohm. So answer will be 1 mega ohm is the right answer. Got it? Is that clear? Okay. Now come to the next question. That is the question number 28. This is question number 27. Now question number 28 is your voltage amplifier. So you have to given your voltage amplifier. That's what voltage amplifier is constructed using enhancement mode MOSFET labeled M1, M2, M3, and M4 shown in the figure. So M1, M2, M3, and M4. This is a 4 types of enhancement type of mode MOSFETs. M1, M2, and M4 are N-channel MOSFETs. So M1, M2, and M4 are N-channel MOSFET. This is NMOS. This is also NMOS. This is also NMOS. And this is your PMOS. M3 as a P-channel MOSFET. All operates in saturation mode. All operates in saturation mode. And channel length modulation can be ignored. So lambda equal to 0. There is no any channel length modulation. So lambda equal to 0. The low frequency small signal input and output voltage V in and V out. Okay, V in is the low frequency input output voltage. The DC power supply voltage is VDD. So the DC power supply voltage is VDD. And all N-channel MOSFETs have identical transconductance. So all N-channel MOSFET had identical transconductance. This is GMN. This is GMN, and this is GMN, identical transconductance, and this is GMP. The expression for the low frequency small signal voltage gain equal to what? So we have to find V output upon V input. V output upon V input. So how we can find V output upon V input? इसके बारे में भी हम चर्चा करेंगे, राइट? चलिए, तो सबसे पहले मान लिया is that clear? Now if any drain to source terminal is connected, let's say for M1, in this case drain and gate are short circuited for the M1. So if drain and source gate terminals are short circuited, so equivalent circuit for M1 is what? This is gate terminals, this is short circuited, so drain terminals. This is transconductance GMN or GM times of VI. This will be your source terminal. This is plus, this is minus. This will be your R0 value. This is R0, and this is your current is IX, and the potential Vx. Potential is Vx. So what is the Vi? This is your Vi. So Vi in the parallel, Vi equal to what? Vx. So what is the output impedance? I'm going to write what is the Vx upon Ix ratio. Okay. So Ix can be right here. Ix, apply here KCL. So this is Vx by R naught plus Gm times of Vi. And Vi equal to what? Vx. So Vx upon Ix equal to, this is 1 upon 1 by R naught plus Gm. And this is R naught parallel 1 upon Gm. So this is Vx upon Ix. Okay. So if there is no any channel length modulation, so we can write here R naught is tends to alpha. So R out is approximately 1 upon Gm. 1 upon Gm. Okay. Now, for the PMOS, also we consider the same output. Now, for the M2 and M4, what will happen for M2 and M4? Basically, this is also output impedance is what? 1 upon GMP. You can see. Now, the case of M2 and M4, what will happen for M2 and M4? So I am going to decide what will happen for M2 and M4. So this is your right answer. Okay. Now for M2 and M4. Now for M2 and M4, the equivalent is what? This is 1 upon GMP, and its equivalent is what? 1 upon GMN. So now circuit becomes, this is this is M2, this is V input, and now this is replaced with the resistance. This is GMN, this is ground. Now this is M4, and this can be also replaced with 1 upon GMP. This is ground. Okay. Now, what will happen actually? Now, in this case, we have to find V out upon V input. So, how you can find V output upon V input? So, this output is V. So, this is your V output. So, you can say in the cascade connection, this is on the cascade connections. So, V output upon V input can be right here. V output upon VA into VA upon V input. Okay. So first of all, we have to find V upon V input, and then after that, we will find the V output upon V input. So V output upon V input, V upon V input is what? V upon V input. So just replace it, its equivalent resistance. So you can write here, this is plus minus Vi, that is the VGS potential. Source terminal, this is GMN into VGS, and this resistance is what? Equivalent 1 upon GMN, and let's say this output is what? VA. This is VA. This is V input. So VA equal to minus GMN into VGS into 1 upon GMN. So VA by VGS, and this is equal to VA by V input. This is equal to -1. So VA by VGS equal to what? -1. Now this VA becomes input for M4. Input for M4. Now equivalent circuit for M4 is what? So this is your gate to source potential VGS, and this is equal to VA. Now this is your GMP into VA, or you can write here, this is 1 by GMP. This is not GMP, this is GMN, because this is NMOS transistor, GMN, and this is your V output. So V output can be right here, minus GMN upon 1 upon GMP into VA. Okay. So what is the V output upon V input? This can be right here, V output upon VA into VA upon V input. So V output upon VA is what? Minus GMN upon GMP into -1. So answer will be GMN upon GMP. So option C is your right options. Got it? So answer C is your right option. This is a very, very important question, one of the best question. Now I'm going to discuss next question. This is question number 29. Now what's the question number 29, my dear students? The question number 29, in the feedback network shown below, if the feedback factor K is increased, then what will happen? So the question is, if the feedback factor K is increased, then what will happen? Okay. So this is your voltage, and your mixing is what? Voltage. So this is voltage series feedback amplifier. Voltage series feedback amplifier. Okay. And for this voltage series feedback amplifier, the input impedance with respect to feedback is Zi into 1 plus A beta. So you can write here Zi into 1 plus A into K. So if you increase the K, then input impedance will be increases. Now, what about output impedance? This is output impedance 1 plus A beta, and this can be right here input impedance, output impedance 1 plus AK. So if you increase the value of K, then output impedance will be decreases. Okay. So which option is correct options? So option A is your right option. So input impedance increases and output impedance will be decreases. So option A is your right options. Now come to the next. The question is, the conditions for oscillation in a feedback oscillator circuit is that frequency of oscillations, initially the loop gain is greater than unity, while the total phase shift around the loop degree is equal to what? My dear friends, the loop degree should be what? This is called Evans, this is called A beta should be equal to 1, and angle of phi should be 0 degree or 360 degree. This criteria is called Bargosian criteria. This criteria is called Bargosian criteria. Okay. Now for this Bargosian criteria, the phi should be what? 0 degree or 360 degree. So answer will be either 0 degree or 360 degree. So option will be A options. So A is your right options. Now come to the next question. This is question number 31. What says this question? The question is, assume base to emitter voltage is 0.7 volts. So we have to given 0.7 volt for base to emitter voltage. So this is potentially 0.7 volt. And what's the value of beta? So what's the value of beta? Beta is equal to what? 99. So you have to given the value of beta is equal to 99. That's good. That's very good questions. Okay. So beta is 99. Now question is, Q1 of the output voltage V0 in the op-amp circuit shown in the figure is what? So we have to find the Q0, but it means what? Q0 value, that is the V0 value, we have to find what is the value of the V0. So how you can find? Okay, this is a very easy questions. You can easily find out the value of the V0. So how you can find the value of V0? My dear students, in this case, this is 0.7 volt. So this potential is 1 volt. By using the virtual ground concept, this potential is 1 volt. Okay. Now, this is 5 volt. So what's this current? Let's say this current is IB current, base current. So IB current equal to this is 5 minus 1.7 divided by 33 kilo ohm. So this is 3.3 upon 33 kilo ohm. This is milliampere. So this is equal to 0.1 milliampere. So what's this ammeter current? This current is ammeter current. So the ammeter current is beta plus 1 into IB base current. This is 99 plus 100 times of 0.1 milliampere, and you will get this is answer is 10 milliampere. So the ammeter current will be 10 milliampere. So ammeter current is 10 milliampere. Now this ammeter current is going to around these points. So what's the value of V naught? So just write the KCL and you will get this current is this one. So 1 minus V naught by 100 ohm, and this current is equal to what? 10 milliampere. So 1 minus V naught equal to 1 volt. So in this case, the V naught equal to 0 volt. So answer will be what? Option C is your right options. So option C is your right option, V naught equal to 0 volt. Now I'm going to discuss the next questions from the op-amp. That is the question number 32. Now this is one of the best questions, statement type linked questions. Okay. The question is M1, M2, M3 shown below N channel enhancement type MOSFET. So you have to give an N channel enhancement type MOSFET. This is 1 milliampere, this is 5 volt. Operating saturation mode, forward bias drop voltage 0.7 volt. Reverse leakage current, each of diode is negligible. Op-amp is ideal. The current IS in the circuit is. This current IS in the circuit is what? So how you can find the value of IS current is in the circuit? It's the very simple questions. Okay. So don't worry about that. So first of all, calculate which is on, which is the off cases. And that will define the which diode is on, which diode is off. And that will define the output voltage. Okay. So the current IS in the shown in the figure. So if diode D1 is off, if diode D1 is off, then this current I0 minus this IS, and this if D1 is off, then open circuit, then the current is what? So IS plus 0 minus 0.7 divided by 1 kilo ohm minus V naught equal to 0. Okay. So this can be right here, IS plus 0.7 minus V naught 1 kilo ohm is equal to 0. So this is IS equal to V naught minus 0.7 divided by 1 kilo ohm. So V naught equal to 0.7 plus IS into 1 kilo ohm. Okay. So V naught will be greater than equal to 0.7 plus IS into 1 kilo ohm. Okay. So first of all, we have to find what is the value of IS. So this current is 1 milliampere. Now, if this current is 1 milliampere, this current is also 1 by 3 milliampere because all are parallel combinations. There is no any current flowing through this one. So you can write here, this is 1 by 2 milliampere. This is also 1 by 2 milliampere. Same current will be flowing. Now this is your parallel combinations. Now in these parallel combinations, this is 1 by 2 milliampere, also 1 by 2 milliampere. Okay. Because in the current mirror circuit, current will be same. So that's why this is 1 by 2 milliamperes. Answer B is your right options. Now when you put this value, you will get 0.7 plus 1 by 2 milliampere into 1 kilo ohm, and this is equal to 1.2 volt. So answer is A. Option A is your right options. Now come to the next question. The next question is, The operational amplifier shown in the figure, slew rate equal to this one. Slew rate is 0.8 volt per microsecond. This is slew rate. The input signal is 0.25 sine omega t. So this is 0.25 sine omega t. This is input signal. The maximum frequency of the input in kilohertz for which there is no distortion in the output. Okay. So what is the maximum frequency in the input so that there is no any distortion at the output? So we have to find. So maximum frequency, how you can find the maximum frequency? As you know that the slew rate is less than or equal to dV0 t upon dt. This is the maximum value, okay, in the volt per microseconds. So this is 0. So you can write total outward current equal to 0. So this is 0 minus Vi by 22 kilo ohm plus 0 minus V0 by 470 kilo ohm. This is equal to 0. So V0 equal to, this is minus 470 divided by 22 into Vi. This is 0.25 sine omega t. So what's the dV0 by dt? So this is minus 470 divided by 22 into 0.25 omega into cos of omega t. So what's the maximum value? So its maximum value is equal to mod value equal to what? This is 470 divided by 22 into 1 by 4 into omega. And this will be equal to slew rate. So this is 470 divided by 22 into 1 by 4 into 2 pi f. And 2 pi f is equal to what? 0.8 into 10 to the power 6. So pi is 22 by 7. So this 22 is 22 cancel out. And this is 11, 44. Just solve it and you will get f equal to 0.8 into 10 to the power 6 divided by into 28 divided by 470 into 2. Just solve it. This is 14 times. And after solving, you will get the result. Okay. So after solving, you will get the result and the answer will be, just solve it. What's the answer? Just solve it. I'm solving this question. And after the calculation, you will get equal to, this is 0.8 times of 14 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 470 and this is equal to 23.84 kilohertz. This is equal to 23.84 kilohertz. So option A is your right options. Okay. So just slew rate. Slew rate is what? Maximum rate of change of output with respect to time, and you will get output. Now come to the next question. Question number 34. Now question number 34 is, in the circuit shown below, what is the output voltage V out of the transistor? My dear students, this is 5 volts, this is 5 volt, this is 0.7 volt. Okay. Now apply the KVL here. So this is 0.7 plus V output equal to 0. So V output equal to what? Minus 0.7 volt. Answer is B options. Very simple questions. Answer B is your right options. Now come to the question number 35. Now what's the question number 35? Output voltage V output equal to what? So how you can find? So first of all, let's say this is V01 output. This is 1 volt. So just apply V plus equal to V minus. So this is 1 volt. Now total outgoing current equal to 0. So 1 minus minus 2 divided by 1K plus 1 minus V01 upon 1K equal to 0. So V01 equal to 4 volt. Now just apply here. So this is V01. So this potential is also V01. So just apply potential divider rule. So V01 can be right here 1K upon 1K plus 1K into V output. So V01 is equal to 1 by 2 times of V output. So V output is equal to 4 into 2 and this is equal to 8 volt. So answer C is your right answer. It's very simple question. Answer C is the right answer. Now come to the next question. Next is question number 36. The op-amp shown in the figure, bias current is given IB1 and IB2. The value of the input bias current and input offset current. So what the input bias current? This is IB1 plus IB2 divided by 2. So average value of the input current is called input bias current. So this is 450 plus 350 divided by 2 and this is equal to 400 nanoampere. So answer is 400 nanoampere. Now what's the offset current? So the offset current is what? IB1 difference of IB2 mod value and this is 450 minus 350 nanoampere. So answer will be 100 nanoampere. So answer will be 400 nanoampere and 100 nanoampere. So option D is your right options. Now come to the next question. Next question is, the amplifier shown in the figure has gain equal to minus 10. So you have to gain the gain equal to minus 10. Input resistance is 50 kilo ohm. Then value of the Ri and Rf equal to what? So here you have to gain equal to what? Minus 10 and input resistance is equal to what? 50 kilo ohm. The value of the Ri and Rf. So how you can find? Because this is your voltage series feedback amplifier. Voltage series feedback amplifier. Okay. Now for that case, how you can find the input impedance, or we can say here Ri and R output. So how you can find this one? And that is the very, very important point to find out these potentials. Got it? Now, this is 0. So this is 0. 0 minus V input by Ri. 0 minus V output by Rf equal to 0. So V output upon V input is equal to Rf by Ri minus 10. So this is minus 10 times of minus Rf by Ri. So Rf should be equal to 10 times of Ri. Okay. So 10 times of what? Ri. So if Ri equal to 50 kilo ohm, then Rf equal to what? 500 kilo ohm. So answer will be B. Option B is your right options. So option B is your right options. Option B is your right options. Now come to the question number 38. Question number 38 is, op-amp is ideal. Op-amp is ideal. V0 by Vi in mega ohm if the current voltage is shown in the figure. So what is the V0 by Vi in the mega ohm? Okay. My dear, this is ground. So this is also ground by using the potential divider, by using the virtual ground concept. So V plus equal to V minus. Okay. So whatever the current I, this current is I flowing through these circuits. Okay. This current is flowing through these circuits. Let's say this current is I1 and let's say this current is I2. Got it? So we have to find the value of the I, transfer impedance V0 by I. So what is the value of V0 by I? So how you can find the V0 by I? So I is nothing but you can write here, this is equal to, let's say this potential is V. So 0 minus V by 45 kilo ohm, this is equal to I. This current is what? I. Now apply here KVL. So this is V minus V naught by 55.5 kilo ohm plus V by 5 kilo ohm plus is equal to what? I minus I equal to this is equal to I, and just V is replaced minus 45 times of I. 45k times of I just replaced. V equal to minus 45 times of k times of I. So this is your V. This is your V. Now this V is replaced and find the V naught by I ratio. So after replacing this one, this is 45 kilo ohm times of I minus V naught divided by 55 kilo ohm plus minus 45 kilo ohm times of I divided by 5 kilo ohm. This is equal to I. So the V naught by I ratio is equal to mod value is equal to, this is 600 kilo ohm, and answer will be 6,000 kilo ohm. So answer will be 6 mega ohm. The answer is 6 mega ohm. So after solving, you will get the answer is 6 mega ohm. Is that clear? Not now. This one just calculate here. 10 times of 55.5 plus this one 600 kilo ohm. 600 kilo ohm. Okay. The answer will be 0.6 mega ohm. 0.6 mega ohm. Now, next question. Question number 39. This is your RTD. Here you have to give on the device is nothing but your RTD. RTD. So this device is RTD. Okay. This is RTD. And as you know that RT equal to what? R naught 1 plus alpha T. You have to give an R naught is what? 100 ohm. This is your alpha. T denotes the temperature. So what is the V naught of T equal to 100 degrees Celsius? So we have to find V naught at T equal to 100 degrees Celsius. This is your 1 volt. So this potential is what? 1 volt. So this potential is also 1 volt. Okay. Now, what is the RT? RT equal to 100 times of 1 plus alpha T. So this is 0.0039 into 100 at T equal to what? 100 degrees Celsius. So what's the RT? This is 139 ohm. So RT equal to 139 ohm. So RT is nothing but 139 ohm. So this is your 139 ohm. This is 1 volt. Got it? So what's the value of V naught? So how you can find the value of V naught? So this is 100 upon 100 plus 139 into V naught equal to what? 1 volt. So V naught equal to 239 by 100, and this is equal to 2.39 volt. Okay. So V naught will be 2.39 volt. Let's say this is your plus minus V naught. We have to find this potential V. Now, V naught can be right here. V naught. If this is V naught, let's say this potential is V. So this is your V. V equal to 2.39 volt. So V can be right here. V naught plus this 1 volt. So V naught equal to 2.39 minus 1 volt. This is 1.39 volt. So answer will be 1.39 volt. It's very simple question based on the RTD. Okay. Now come to the next question. The next question is very important question. Open loop voltage gain expression दिया हुआ है. This is your open loop voltage gain expression. The 3 dB bandwidth of the circuit is shown in the figure. So what is the 3 dB bandwidth of the circuit shown in the figure? So how you can find The 3 dB bandwidth, my dear students, 3 dB bandwidth can be find out. How you can find this 3 dB bandwidth for what? 3 dB circuits. If magnitude becomes A by root 2 times, then that frequency represent the voltage gain. That frequency represent the 3 dB bandwidth. So what is the V naught? So let's say this is Vi, so this is your Vi. What is the voltage gain? So Vi can be write here voltage divider rule, because this current is 0. Supply the voltage divider rule. 1 kilo ohm plus 9 kilo ohm into V naught. So V naught by Vi equal to what? 10. So gain is 10. If you apply this gain versus frequency characteristics, so this is your 10. Now what's the cutoff frequency? So let's say this cutoff frequency, this is 3 dB cutoff frequency, and this is 10 by root 2. 10 by root 2. Okay. So at what frequency this is equal to 10 by root 2? So how you can find out this is 10 by root 2? So just put here the magnitude, you will get the AVS equal to what? So just to find out 10 to the power minus 3. So this is 10 to the power minus 3. Just calculate AVS equal to closed loop transfer function is what? Open loop transfer function A upon 1 plus A beta. Beta is what? 1K upon 1K plus 9K, and this is 1 by 10. This is you given 10 by 4 upon 1 plus 10 to the power minus 3 times of S, plus 1 by 10 to the power 4 upon 1 plus 10 to the power 3 times of S into 1 by 10. And after solving, you will get the voltage AVS equal to 10 to the power 4 divided by 10 to the power 4 divided by 1 plus 10 to the power minus 10 to the power minus 3S plus 10 to the power 3. So approximately you can write here 10 to the power 4 upon this is 10 to the power 3 plus 10 to the power minus 3S, and you can write here 10 upon 1 plus 10 to the power minus 6S. This is your voltage gain. This is your closed loop voltage gain. Now, if closed loop voltage gain magnitude, that is 10 upon under root 1 plus omega by 10 to the power 6 ka whole square, this is equal to 10 by root 2, then that omega is nothing but omega 3 dB. So this omega 3 dB is approximately equal to, this should be equal to 2, so this is by 10 to the power 6 equal to 1. So omega 3 dB is equal to 10 to the power 6. So answer will be option D. Option D is your right options. Now come to the next question. Find the output voltage V naught. So how you can find output voltage V naught? My dear student, this is ground. This is 2 volt. So let's say this is ground. Now this is ground. There is no any current flowing. So this is your ground. Now just apply this 0 upon this is your, let's say V1. So 0 minus V1 by 10K plus 0 minus V naught by 20K equal to 0. So V naught equal to minus 2 times of V1. Now we have to find the value of V1. So V1 is what? The current is flowing through these circuits. So V1 can be right here. This potential is nothing but V1. 20K upon 20K plus 20K times of 2. And this is equal to, just find out this one. And you will get the V1 equal to, this is, we have to find V1 now. So how you can find the V1? This is the source potentials. So this is your 2 volt. Apply here. This is 1 by 2 into 2. This is equal to 1 volt. This potential is V1. So just apply the KVL. Just apply the KCL. Total outgoing current equal to 0. So this is V1 by 2. 20K. V1 by 10K equal to 0. So after solving, you will get the V1 equal to 4 volt. Sorry, V1 equal to 0.5 volt. So V0 equal to what? Minus 2 times of 0.5, and this is equal to minus 1 volt. The answer will be minus 1 volt. So answer is minus 1 volt. Basic simple question. Just apply the KCL here and just apply the KCL here. KCL at this point, KCL at this point, and you will get the output voltage V0. Now come to the next question. This is 42. Question is the diode D1 and D2 have forward voltage. This is 0.6 volt. So you have D1 and D2 having the forward voltage is what? 0.6 volt. Got it? The op-amp use ideal. The magnitude of the negative peak value of the output voltage V0 equal to what? So what is the magnitude of the voltage V0? V0 value is what? So what's the value of V0? And how you can find the value of V0? Okay. So let's say initially V input equal to 0. Let's say V input equal to what? 0. So if V input is 0, then D1 and D2 is off. If D1 and D2 is off, then output voltage is what? 0. And let's say V in for greater than 0 for positive half cycle. So now for the positive half cycle, what will happen? For the positive half cycle, D2 will be off and D1 will be on. So D2 will be off and D1 will be on, because D2 becomes reverse bias and D1 becomes forward bias for the positive half cycle. Now, in that case, what will happen? The circuit becomes, this is 10 kilo ohm. This is your V input. And this is negative, this is positive, this is ground. Now this becomes your, basically this is your, like this one. Just remember this same. See your positive, this is plus minus 0.6 volt. See 16 kilo ohm. And this is your output voltage V0. So what's the value of output voltage V0? And this V in equal to what? So this is 1. So what is the peak value of the output voltage V0? So you can say here, this is V in, this is ground, so this is ground. You can say here, this current equal to this current. So V in minus 0 by 10K plus 0 minus V output divided by 16K. Okay. And this is equal to 0. So you can say same current is flowing, or we can say yes, just apply the KCL here. So better to apply the KCL here. So this is 0 minus V input divided by 10K, 0 minus V output divided by 16K equal to 0. So V output equal to minus 1.6K, sorry, 1.6 times of input. So V output equal to what? Minus 1.6 times of input is sine 3000 volt. So what's the peak value of the output? Peak value of the output is 1.6 volt. The answer will be 1.6 volt. So peak value of the output is 1.6 volt. Got it? Now come to the next question. Now come to the next question.